Hello here, welcome to day 2 of Groups 2021 Worlds. And we're going to start the day out here with T1 versus EDG, Worlds Championship favorites. EDG, the LPL winners coming out here. And T1, Faker with his squad looking to reclaim some old glory here. And starting out with Gumayushi for their AD carry, which is going to be my very fun highlight for this one. EDG blanding out the Yumi on their side with Elise San, LeBlanc, and Rice being banned out by Faker's team. Strangely enough, those are his two most popular and legendary champions in recorded history. But let's see which team's going to get their first loss here today. Both teams currently, or at least they started out yesterday with a win apiece here. Starting strong. Lucian going to be banned out as well, as we saw in the last game, or at least in the last game of yesterday in Rogue versus Cloud9. The Lucian is a very powerful pick, but the Misfortune with the right support can also take over the lane as well, even if Lucian has the Nami attached to him. So what will be the final ban here for EDG? There's plenty of things that you could try to ban out here. Maybe trying to, and gonna limit the long range option from T1 that they showed yesterday. T1's comp yesterday providing them a lot of poke options between, I believe they had an Ezreal on Gumayushi and Faker on the Azir. So a lot of able to peel, self-peel, mobility to push back any dive options, and it looks like it's going to be the Twisted Fake going to be the first pick for Faker. And this is actually putting the priority on Misfortune down again during this main group stage. So I would actually suspect your Flandre and JJ are going to pick up the Misfortune and probably a coupled support as well here. Misfortune and Leona, a very good combo here, very powerful combo. I'm putting Leona as a top tier, but it looks like JJ going to pick up. This might actually go on to Flandre, and Flandre had a very good showing yesterday on the Graves. Not a lot of very big breakout moments, but consistent damage, consistent pressure, and consistently just a menace for towers and side lane pressure. And what's going to be the final security? It's going to be just the Sylas here. So Sylas is the classic counter here for Twisted Fate, so you can follow him around with the Destiny. Doesn't even need to see the 4 other ultimates available. He's just going to stick with that. So Scout, perfectly happy here, and this actually would be a very fun matchup to see here, where Faker, the teacher, and head over Scout back when Scout was on T1 in the academy roster here. His second string to Faker and his student more or less at that time, and this is actually where we're going to see a nice legendary face-off between master versus student, and Scout willing to take the easy blind with that Sylas here. Owner going to pick up the Xin Zhao. The Yumi not being in play, probably dissuading the Talon pick for him. And it's going to be the other solo lane secured. Kana is going to pick up the Jace. Blind, might I add, doesn't have too many matchups that are going to actually put Jace in the dirt, but there are some picks that will be able to neutralize him. So it's going to be both solo laners secured, more than likely for EDG and T1. Now will EDG grab their jungler here? Lilia's shown a good pick here, and the Jarvan has been a good favorite as well in the jungle. Can't say I've actually really loved what I've seen out of the Jarvan so far, or any Jarvan's played, but maybe JJ can change my mind with that being secured here. Now we're going to enter into the secondary ban phase here. AD season support not picked up by either team right now, and those will be the last final picks here. So Misfortune, Leona, Amumu, Thresh, Aphelios. There's a lot of very clear picks here. Ezreal not likely to be banned. Can show himself up quite well once he gets to 3 items. But so Thresh kind of getting rid of the option for Gumayushi to take the Aphelios, but he just might be crazy enough to do that. Kaisa and Nautilus are available. We've only really seen that from, I believe, RNG, I believe, yesterday. Might have been LNG with Ruler. And now the Misfortune going to be banned out here. So getting rid of the tier 1 AD carry. And Aphelios is still standing out. So Aphelios is still available. The Thresh, usually the pairing that to give Aphelios the safety. But without the Misfortune there to really cover a lot of the battlefield, it may actually be quite prime for a standard AD carry option here. And the Braum going to be the secondary ban out there from EDG. So they're probably going to secure the Leona for themselves once we get through this ban phase would be my estimation. So are T1 going to ban the Leona themselves to prevent that power pick from coming through, or are they going to remove another AD carry? Because it will be pretty much on major. If they go for support, Gumayushi gets his Aphelios. So alrighty. So they're going to stop Viper from having the Aphelios himself. Going to probably put Gumayushi. He was on the Jhin in their game yesterday, so he wasn't a much more supportive character. And I think they're going to be pretty okay with that happening as well. I would want some more damage. I can't say that there's a incredible amount of damage that comes out of Twisted Fate normally. But there's going to be the Leona pickup we were mentioning. So Viper's going to grab that for Mako, which is going to be a pretty good call here. Mako going to be the captain and be able to actually call the engages and lead his team into the fights here and just unleash Scout and Flandre onto the stunned targets here. So what is going to be the final two picks here for T1? ADC and support. Ezreal is very available. The Jhin is still available and would be able to help lock up a lot of picks with the gold card into the Deadly Flourish. And it's going to be the Ziggs. It's going to be a Ziggs pick up here. So it looks like Keria might be getting himself Rakan or some sort of roaming engaged support to really help Owner Faker and Kana make plays across the map here and just leave Gumayushi all by himself in the bot lane here. So feels very weird. Honestly, I would expect by now they would have actually really unleashed Gumayushi because he is such a talented prodigy and talented player. And that's going to be Shen support for Keria. Last time we've actually seen this, yeah, it's usually, Betty's is highlighting, usually Shen is top lane. Everyone kind of knows that one. And the last time we actually saw Shen support was going to be on Team Liquid, I believe, during playoffs. And they surprised the stuffing out of, I want to say it was Cloud9 for some reason. But yeah, the Shen support providing just a global presence, a global ability to get to fights, save laners. And Viper going to get himself the Jhin. So a lot of really great playmaking there. There's going to be plenty of damage coming out of top lane and mid lane. Scout the Soul AP damage here. And this is going to allow Viper to really play far away from the fight and keep himself safe from Faker, from Owner. So a much more standard team fight from EDG. The Shen adding a very interesting wrinkle to T1's draft here and could really provide an extra global pressure onto EDG. And the Ziggs ult also able to travel great distances. So there's kind of a semi-global or global comp coming out from T1. If you get caught out, if you get gold card, if the destiny falls on you, you may have 3 ults that can actually drop onto you and really blow up and just gank across the map. No need to physically be there. So this is a very interesting comp here out of T1. I hope they actually get to see this get online, but we will have to jump into the game now. Draft phase is concluded. And see what can be done. See what kind of magic can be made here. Once again, this is going to be a big question of, can Kana really be the setup here? Because he's kind of the main point here. If Kana fails, there's not many other pushing lanes that are really going to come through. You don't really win off the back of Twisted Fate damage. Ziggs ends up being a good point of damage, but he is just nothing but just a wave killer. Stay super safe, throw bombs, throw minefields, and finish off towers. So this really ends up being a very Kana focused comp here out of T1 here. And EDG, they reserve the option to probably go elsewhere, but they also reserve the option to just go into Flandre, who some are saying is probably the best top laner at this tournament. So this all could flop here actually really quickly depending on how this top lane matchup goes. Alrighty, so here comes the early pressure. No one really going for that third brush on bot or top side. It's going to be a simple line of scrimmage. And it looks like it's going to be a top side start for both junglers, which should end in a bot side focus. But I would not expect post level 3 or 4 for Keria to really be there much more. And same for Mako. The wave clear that's going to come out from Gumayushi on this Ziggs will eventually prevent any significant plays into the bot side. The Ziggs' ability to clear waves super fast just really prevents dives from really occurring, really prevents from 2v2 fights from occurring. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, bot side start here for Owner. So it looked like actually might have a flare split for the first 5 minutes of the game. It's going to be a red into. He's probably gonna go red into the rest of the clear. Leave the Krugs, get the topside scuttle, and that may be the timing, depending on the wave state for top lane for the gank into Kana and Flandry to try to get that matchup swayed as early as possible.
Isn't going to have a leash, so he's going to solo clear. He's going to be a little bit behind Owner, but it looks like he's going to look to match, except doing mirror.
Looks like what actually is going to happen here, because of the assist that Gumayusi and Keria gave to Owner, he's going to be able to do a full clear here. So he's going to be able to get Krugs and red buff and then proceed to get the rest of his jungle cleared. So the pacing is going to be in the favor of Owner more or less, but this just means that he's going to be able to outpace the farming patterns of JJ on this Jarvan, even more than usual. Jarvan not exactly the quickest farmer in the jungle. Now Flandry going to get a ward here on the blue buff. They probably are aware of that. Question mark ping going out from T1, so they're very much aware of that. And no warding from T1 just yet. Prio kind of dictating the information gathering opportunities. Yeah, right now Owner on the ward here, clearing his blue buff. So they'll be very aware of this, and this should inform how Flandre and Scout play their lanes. Right now, bot side able to go super hard. Not really a lot of concerns here, able to get the full prio and start shoving in the waves, maybe trying to deny CS from Gumayusi and Keria. Yeah. Alright, so 345, both junglers have cleared out their camps and their crabs. Owner making his way into the jungle, actually gonna be able to put a ward down. I think he's gonna try to actually catch. No, he's just gonna get wards down just to spot any wards or any rotations. He's gonna back as well. He's gonna get his first back off here. So a little bit of information gathered. Very, very aware and very certain at this time on account of has not seen JJ yet that he went bot side, ended his first jungle clear bot side to get the crab. So now there's the ward to actually spot him and see where he's rotating around. And it's going to give him full vision. Yeah, this ward pattern here from basically 4 wards here, counting the crab. They know where JJ is at, and they are pretty sure where he's going here. Faker going to have to just pay a lot of respects. And now JJ is looking around here trying to get something here, but Mako, Mako going to be a little bit disrespectful. Taunt's going to come through. A little bit of trading. And a good block from Keria with that shadow, with that zone. Oh, JJ? Oh, I think he actually went around there on the blast cone here. Kana going to be a little bit of danger. I think Kana's kind of reading this right now. No jungler available, and there we go. So JJ reveals himself. Kana stays safe. Just safe enough.
Great patience there because he knows that his jungler's not on his side of the map. So he instead shows that respect. He says that JJ is somewhere around the top side. If I overstep, the risk of me getting ganked is very real.
Okay.
He's on level 6 yet, and while he does have TP, we probably don't win that 2 versus 2 anyway. So really good respect there from Kana. And so far in this early game, it's just a lot of information trading. Both teams playing around where their jungler is, what information.
Yeah, this has so far been an entirely vision-based game here. Just giving Betty's a listen there. Alrighty. So Owner gonna be spotted out there, but I think he's just trying to allow Kana get this wave cleared out so he can back off. Hasn't even had to spend a pot yet. Yep. Yeah, so level 6 is coming through for solo lanes. Just wanted to listen to that real quick. Yeah, this game's entirely been vision-based here. There hasn't been a lot of blood, not a lot of even trading or exchanges right now. No one even trading super hard. Bot lane's been shoved in the favor of EDG. And topside actually in the favor of Kana. Just a little bit of CS advantage there for him. what's it, head to head. Actually, a little bit in favor of and T1 overall here. So T1 with the better org record.
It's kind of crazy. Like we heard Shocks talking about it, right? We're at a point in League of Legends where organizations and rivalries have literally spanned over years, and of course, this doesn't look like a huge number of games in terms to really create a rivalry, but because of the impact that some of those games have had, you know, the fact that it was EDG that denied.
Yeah, and EDG and T1 fans are incredibly potent and incredibly passionate about their teams. There is a high expectation from EDG fans on this roster to win Worlds. So it's either win Worlds or you're not coming home. So granting what has been cited here by Vedius for just not a lot of matchups, just by the nature of how the regionality of the game goes here, each of those wins can really mean something for the fates of teams. Yeah. Yeah, EDG can have a lot of favor for this. Definitely for how the scaling will go. Gumayushi will be able to get a lot of damage out for sure once it gets into the later stages. But Scout being able to scale up and this Jarvan able to get tankier and tankier will be a very good thing here. Now, and the taunt almost comes out here. Faker arrives as well on the Destiny. They're not going to be able to really grab anything. Yep, so a little bit of turret plate damage here for Kana. And this is getting a little late in the game here. 8 minutes. Gonna be able to get his first turret plate, it looks like here. Him and Keria. And now Owner in control of the Baron pit. But it doesn't look like he's going to be in a little bit of trouble here. He's about to get jumped on here. Mako stepping forward. He's trying to actually get the catch. When becomes Lightning's going to come through here, but Scout's going to arrive as well. And that's going to be the Cataclysm from JJ. First blood over to Mako. And that's going to be a good catch there from EDG. Honor sticking around a little bit too long, getting a little bit too comfortable, clearing that vision. Here comes Viper into the mid lane. And it looks like EDG are going to bring up all 5 to get some security and secure this first Herald. This will give time for Gumayushi to put some damage out onto the bot side turret as well. And it looks like Viper's going to be rotating back. And it looks like it's going to be a crashed wave. Oh, medic. Oh, medic. As someone who also plays support, I'm sorry. I need my damage dealers to kill things. Locket of the Iron Solaria is great and all, but I cannot block major damage with it. Just slivers. Oh, JJ coming in here, getting a little, and he's gonna be the catch up, and it's gonna be the engage here. Scout using the, I forget the name. They're using the Shen ult to just teleport on to his jungler and secure a kill. That's fantastically brained right there. Good buffer. That is a fantastic bit of play there. Yeah. So very good play there by EDG, utilizing the hijack to kind of get a kill that I did not expect would actually happen. We're not used to it's been a while since we've seen some submarine Shen plays. Usually that'd be like on a sneaky character like Twitch or Evelyn, but yeah, it's extra interesting when it's on a Silas. And yeah, so Honor's gonna get punished there. 0-2 right now, not getting the best start for him, and there's been a very good start here for JJ on this Jarvan so far. Been the best looking Jarvan for me so far in this tournament. Yeah, still plenty of time for a lot of things to happen here. The gold is yet to really get anywhere for anyone right now. Faker probably keeping the gold a little bit more even than it probably should be. Yeah, Scout. That's actually a great point out there by Medic here, because of the hijack and the cooldown of hijack being a lower cooldown than basically. Oh, Faker getting a little bit of trouble there, having to get out of the smoke screen. Could not hit an auto attack while in that, so very good counterplay there from Flandre using the smoke screen to prevent the stun card from going anywhere. Yeah, and that's red. Yeah, JJ just is reading these plays here, and Faker. That's 2 Destinies used here for not a lot done. Good damage there onto Flandre. T1 not able to get anything done here. The teleports out from Faker have been for a good place, but they just end up being neutralized by the time he arrives. Meanwhile, Scout, as Medic was pointing out, he has like 3 teleport options basically. He's going to be able to have the Destiny available now while he waits for the Shen cooldown to come off. And hopefully in that within, he'll be able to use the Destiny. And once that's used, he'll be able to use either his regular teleport or the Last Stand. I believe that's the spell name for that Shen ultimate. Come here, come here. Oh, Herald's gonna go down mid side here. Gonna get some gold there on Scout, and Scout kind of winning this so far against his former teacher, basically. It's gonna be Shadow. Yep, Stand United. Yeah, I remember things.
We can see how topside focused this game has been because
Yeah.
of the lack of Drake being killed yet, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's actually a really good highlight there from Vedius here. Entirely topside focus. The AD carries have just been left alone here. CS is even between them. And at this point, though, like Flandre nor Kana have died yet. And both teams keep trying to get an advantage, keep trying to get one of these two ahead of the other to really open this game up. Alrighty, so upcoming right now, teleport available on Scout. He also has Destiny. Destiny on Faker is about to be available. So this is, we're about to actually have something happen here. It's going to be Destiny popped by Scout. Just getting Vision, it looks like. Not going to really do much with it. He's just going to teleport back to base with it. It's a little bit little cheeky. But that, and this at the same time here, he's got teleport available, but EDG can be able to get themselves their first Drake.
As Kedra like to put it, that was tempo. Well, no, I'm using it in the wrong context. But the point is, you get really big tempo advantage from it, right? Because you like not only do you decrease the time of your back, but you also then get back out onto the map so much faster. And you can see the already back in mid lane. We'll have the push in mid, and now he's going to move into the fog.
Yeah, so he's been it's been super free for him. And I think, is he just waiting on his hijack to show up right now? Yeah, he's just waiting for the hijack, actually. So the hijack cooldown is still waiting on here. Carry has arrived here. Slow's going to hit into Scout, but he's going to be able to dodge out. Yep, and Scout's going to be able to make the first play here on the map here because Faker has to clear out that mid lane. So they're going to take over this river, this topside river. 4 here available for T1 as well. Gumayushi has made his way on up as well. Blue buff's going to be up. Could be a contentious point, but I believe the main focus is going to be the Rift Herald. Yeah. So vision for T1, very limited right now. Herald not grabbed yet. Good shock blast onto Viper. And here comes the Herald. So now comes the moment of action. Carrier making his way in. Does have the time to go in or to go out. So he has options. Deadly Flourish is going to dodge as well. But Carrier getting a lot of poke. And Owner going to step on in to start taking this Herald. But EDG are not shying away from this too much. Stand United on the side of Scout right now. So he's going to be able to get into this either by regular teleport or by the Stand United. He's heading bot side. And are we actually going to be seeing a 5v5 team fight over this Herald right now? 4v4 contest. EDG stepping up like they want this here. And now Scout trying to actually move himself over into range for his Stand United to do something. And that's going to be the go in here. And that's going to be the channel onto Mako there. The shield coming out from the Stand United is going to come through. Now Scout's trying to get on in here. But the pushback is going to be able to land. It's a double stun there from the Solar Flare. And that's going to be a dead jungler. Owner has gone down here. Now for the throwback bombs here from Gumayushi to disrupt the chase. And now a lot of low health bars here on the side of EDG. They need to try to get this Herald down. It's only down to 7k health. They've got time. They've got a lot of time that they need more time to get this down here. Flandre taking poke here. Carrier is available. His Stand United is still available as well. And oh, the jump there onto Kana. And he's going to get blown up. The kill goes to Flandre, which is not what you wanted. Now T1 need to run away here. So the bush play from EDG is going to help them secure not only a second kill, but it's also going to get them the second Rift Herald. EDG playing a clever game there, and T1 just not able to sniff it out, and they just get collapsed upon. Kana gets blown up through the Stand United. And they had a really great chance there. The poke that from Gumayushi and from Faker could have really done a lot of work, especially from Kana. So this is where we go here. Mako looking for it, standing for it, and is where Owner starts to get separated out here. They're going to jump on, and the taunt's going to come out from Keria, but Mako just kites away from that. The super bomb coming out from Gumayushi doesn't really get done. He gets a decent amount of poke out, but they jump in from JJ just to secure the kill on to Owner. Now puts this into a really big issue. The poke is still there, and it looks like we're going to have to leave now. I'm not able to watch the rest of it, but basically EDG try to start the chase, end up kiting it back there, and just catch T1 out there with just a simple bush play in that top lane river bush. Carry and Owner arriving. Flandry gonna take a hint, gonna exit stage left or stage right. Mako's arrived as well. Gonna be a good bit of shock blast onto him. But now T1, they're looking for plays here, but EDG kind of with guaranteed plays themselves here. The Herald's going to be dropped. Mega, I forget. Super Mega, it's not Super Mega Death Rocket, that's Jinx. Mega Inferno Bomb, there we go. So Mega Inferno Bomb from Gumayushi to try to clear the wave here. Gonna be able to kill the Herald. Destiny coming out from a scout. Just to back. I guess they really didn't find an option there. Can't say that that was worth too much. Maybe just trying to feint like he was going to go for someone. Yeah, this at the current rate this game is going, and the gold lead is going to be probably where this dictates more, because as it was highlighted, because this game has been so topside focused, the first Drake was only taken 5 minutes ago. We're about to enter second Drake here, so it's going to be Ocean and Mountain out so far. So it's either going to be Infernal or Cloud Rift, which could be fun, especially if it's the Infernal one, like our explosions. But now, still another 3-man play here topside. Keria available here. Kana trying to get a little bit of pressure into it, but Leona's on her way up with a Viper here. And it's getting a little bit scary for T1. Scouts on bot side here is going to put some damage onto this turret. Teleport's going to come out from Faker to catch that bot side wave. He still has his Destiny available, so he's not out of any global plays, but EDG are still deciding what happens in this game here. Yeah, I don't think Scout's even... Yeah, I'm agreeing with Vedius there. Scout has not used TP yet in this game here. He's got 2 TPs in the side of Keria and Faker's ultimates, and he just does not need to TP anywhere, it would seem. And right now, he has his hijack available, but he has yet to pick what he wants, and I imagine Destiny is still on cooldown for him. So he kind of does need to see Keria soon if he wants to have another TP option. Now Faker, Faker about to be in some trouble here. Scott's going to engage on him and going to get a lot of damage out here. The Everfrost's going to come out to stun him up there, but Faker in a super grand amount of trouble. He can't even lock out the Destiny. He's going to stun out Mako, but he's going to get stunned up here. Keria's going to come through. Double taunt there to try to buy a timer. Faker's going to go golden here, but the damage is going to come through. Kaina's arrived as well, and that's going to be a dead JJ. Faker is still alive. He's got to dodge out all these bullets here, and that's going to be a dead Kana. And oh, the final shot there from Viper is going to take out Faker, and here comes the stolen hijack. Mako with a super shield on him, and now Scout able to arrive here. Abscond, but it's going to miss out here. Owner and Keria trying to flash away here. Gumayushi's arrived here to try to allow and try to get some zoning, but I don't think there's much else available here. I'm going to be able to clear the waves, but there's not much else for Gumayushi to do here. They want these fights. They want this second win here. Going undefeated in groups is a very rare sight here, and if they can really close out the rest of this game here, they can start to begin putting their names in the history books here. So Faker doing a lot of work here. Gets a gold card out to prevent Scout. Starts to run this through. The Stand United comes through, but the double stun out. He goes golden here as the Cataclysm comes down from JJ. Keria trying to get some stuff done. The taunt buying some time, and Faker able to dodge out the first bullet. Second bullet comes over to try to hit someone else here, and then this fourth bullet, he walks right into it. And at that point, this fight is pretty much over for T1. Owner and Keria trying to fight under, or at least survive under the turret, but it goes down. And at this point, it's just a chase. They're able to actually secure Keria. He kind of goes back here, gets the taunt onto Flandre, and they're able to make it out. But the rest of that fight was kind of a disaster for T1. Now a 4K gold lead for EDG, still within fighting distance. I keep highlighting this every game. There's still an opportunity to outfight that gold lead. It is not too big just yet. I don't expect it really out of how Faker and Korea play. But I just want to let everyone know there is still an opportunity for T1 to make some plays, and there's still a plenty of standing gold here. It's only one turret lead for EDG. Okay, it's going to be 3-1 for the turret count. Flandre doing his job here, just auto-attacking his way through these turrets, and it's kind of just doing what he did last time.
I feel like I know the history, of EDG, and the analyst did a great job of summarizing it too. EDG have had a lot of expectations on their shoulders, considered favorites in the past, and then it was always in the group stage where they would often show weakness, and then they could never quite get past the quarterfinals, right? But this EDG feels different, man. It feels different. They feel like
Yeah, CDG has a lot of cojones about them. There's no hesitation. And speaking of hesitation, they're not stopping here. A really good Gore Drinker they're out from Owner, but they're going to be able to get inside of his Crescent Guard. Blow him up. That's a dead jungler. Baron's alive. And they don't even need to take the Baron. They can just bait T1 into this. And this is where it gets scary here. T1, everyone's arriving here into mid lane. And EDG are going to start this Baron. And this is gonna be scary. It's not gonna go down too fast. They do have 280 carries and a good bit of auto attacking. Oh, and that's gonna be a caught out Mako. And this might be a trade for support for elsewhere. The teleport's come in here. Sullifer's gonna come down here. Faker's gonna have to flash away. Sanita's gonna come in onto him. It's not gonna get too thick here, but everyone on EDG is still alive here. They're all super low. Faker gonna try to jump out of here. He's got the Destiny and the teleport to get back into this fight. And now T1, I don't think they're gonna want to let this one go. They shouldn't. This is too much of an opportunity. Get some shutdown gold and gets a priority. Looks like they're teleport coming in from Faker. They might actually try to go in onto this Baron, and they're calling it. Blue card out. That's max damage, and this is gonna be it. Scout looking for the run in. The zoning from Gumayushi is gonna be critical here. He does not have the super mega Inferno bomb, but Scout, it might be on him to try to secure this. And now these low health EDG members coming in here to try to fight this and try to actually keep this game in their favor. T1's getting poked down by this Baron here. Scout's gonna be able to get the ultimate on the super mega Inferno bomb. And he's going to be able to throw it in here, and the Baron's going to be secured by Owner. Who can get out alive with it. Carrier's going to go out the back end here, and he just needs to leave. And that fight is not going to be lost there on this. Not going to be won here. Scout's going to be able to chase down. Carrier has not much he can do here. He's going to be able to taunt Scout. It's going to be 3 dead on the side of T1. They've gotten the Baron buff, but it's not sure what else they're going to be able to do with this here. Death counters for 20 seconds, so they're going to have at least 2 minutes to try to do something with this Baron buff on just 2 lanes. Really, that's the most they're going to be able to get really out of this.
small window where they could force this. And yes, it was a flip, but I feel like that T1 were in a position where they had to take this flip. This was the best case scenario for them. And while EDG, look, Faker and Gumayushi get separated from the fight. Owner, in a 50-50 smite here, is able to secure it before losing his life. And then Gumayushi ends up doing so much damage on the backline that they end up getting themselves a couple kills as well. Owner is just the sacrificial lamb here. Carrier is forced to lose his life as well, but 2 for 3, Baron in your back.
Well, EDG's going to be able to grab 3rd dragon here. Alright, so minor reflective moment here for myself. Vedi is summarizing what was at stake, what was in play, what the options were there for T1 in light of the game and the game state and where they were. So, very good play. A lot of sort of sacrifices that had to come through to secure that play. Owner with a great outplay with the smite to secure that Baron. And the thing is that right now we're minute 30 left, and there's not really an incredible amount of priority being grabbed from this. Kana does not have the Baron on him. It's only Faker and Gumayushi. So where they are is where the pressure can be applied. And right now Faker's catching a wave down by their bot tier 2. So there's going to be a lot of pace could be able to be grabbed out of this, but EDG are still going to be in control of this game here. It's only a 3,000, okay, for 3.5k gold lead for EDG right now, and they do have a good win condition with the Drake Soul. But right now it's like T1 are just using this Baron buff to really just secure mid tier 1. And the wave clear is just actually strong enough out from Okay, there we go. So Ziggs finally showing some value here outside of the damage from the Mega Inferno Bomb. Oh, wow. Gumiyushi's actually like clapping kids right now. 11K on the Ziggs. With a really good, with the most CS in the lead in the game as well. So Gumiyushi kind of looking like to be the biggest damage dealer in this game here. There's the jump up where the Baron occurred, or when you see that little vertical black cliff, if you will, if you want to see the advantage from a T1 perspective. And so this game's actually staying close, staying tight. It's only a 3K gold lead still. Faker's still with a lot of playmaking opportunities with this Twisted Fate. And a lot of great damage still available. Kana, not out of this game, has not been really shut out. He's got 3 items on him, just like Flandre. So Kana will be able to put in a lot of work in these fights. And the thing is that T1 ended up actually having a very good poke comp, like a much better poke comp. If this in 2.5 minutes, if we actually get to where we're in the river and both teams are kind of staring each other down, it will kind of lean into T1's favor with how much poke they have, from the wild cards out of Twisted Fate, from the bombs out of Gumiyushi, to the shock blasts from Kana. So T1 have very clear ways to get into this game and to win this game, and they also still have a lot of great map play options. 3 teleports and the Stand United for the and also the Destiny out from Faker. So there's still a lot of play making available for this team here. It's just a question of if they can find the opportunity and find even just pockets of vision for some flanks or something like that. So EDG, now game state's pretty even. Only about 3K gold in advantage right now for EDG. Less than 2 minutes till the Drake, and that looks like it's gonna be the last thing here now. Are we able to see any finished items here? Faker's backing now. Broken stopwatch, you might needs to get that upgraded into an hourglass for this next fight, but I don't think he's gonna be able to secure it. I think Faker's waiting in base for it. All right, there it goes. So Sonya's completed by Faker. 2 items completed for Owner. Not much else power he can do there. 3 items as we spoke for Kana. And Gumiyushi has gotten his death cap. So plenty of anti-heals on the side of T1 to prevent the shield bow, the gore drinker from getting too much value. So very distinct power spikes here for T1. They've bridged the major gaps here. So this gold lead 2K, that's nothing here right now. Teleport coming here, and here comes the Destiny as well here. Viper's gonna have to flash over here. The gold card still connects here. Flandre is gonna actually step up here, puts out the concussive blast here. Faker's gonna back off right now, and he currently has exhaust as his selected spell. This is actually looking very interesting right now. Viper with no summoners is actually a major advantage for T1 for this next fight here. And Faker's gonna have to walk himself back out. Exhaust available. Probably gonna have to throw that onto Scout when he jumps into the fight here. But these teleports deep in T1's jungle. T1 should be able to back off here. I think Faker is aware of this and saw this. And so T1 playing pretty conservative. I don't know if Faker's aware of this right now. He might be thinking he's gonna get a flank off, but it's a matter of who's flanking who. I think Scout's still back there. He's still on the Baron's up. And they don't care about it. They're actually making the complete play here. They're gonna make a complete flip of the situation. They're going to actually provide the Cloud Soul over to Flandre as he finishes up. He's got his teleport to actually finish this off here, but T1 cannot get enough damage here. Half health onto Viper, but T1's Faker's been caught out here, and he's not gonna be able to do much as he goes golden, but he's still gonna get caught out and blown up there. Scout to collect the kill. Blue buff stolen by Flandre as a sincere goodbye here, and T1 go for the gamble, but they do not have a team that can burn through Baron that fast. Flandre able to just clean up the Cloud Soul, collect that for EDG, and now they just turn over and grab this Baron here. And now this game is entirely in their hands here. 4K gold lead, 5K gold lead for EDG right now. It's about to balloon out. They've got 3 more turrets on the outer end to take care of if they want to do a full court wipe. But they can also just go on in and start taking out inhibitors and really make sure that there is a consistent amount of pressure on T1 at their base, where they are going to be forced to leave Kana or Faker or Gumiyushi there to collect it while they try to do stuff across the rest of the map here. So T1, I don't like the gamble that they played out there. I really think they should have actually been in the river and been looking for, at least that's the fight that I would want for them. They might have read that Scout was deep in their jungle and was looking for the flank of the flanker, so they just make the turn to go over to Baron, but they didn't even try to Baron bait it. They didn't even try to, they couldn't get themselves set up fast enough to where Faker was in a safe enough or just optimal place here. He gets caught out and things just go all sour from there. I don't even, I feel like there's like 2 modes of thought that could have been split there too. Because you really would want to actually just have that baited out. All right, Smite and War 1 there by JJ, and EDG just winning everything right now. EDG winning everything right now. T1, not too much that can be done here. Gumayushi got to do his best to clear out these waves, but bot lane turret is going to fall here, and I would expect here they've got 1:38 left. That's gonna be plenty of waves. Clear out this second one, and now it's gonna be a mid and bot pressure with hopefully synchronized waves. Solar is going to come out here. Here comes the curtain from Viper. Going to get a little bit of poke damage out here. Not able to actually get any secured roots. Oh, and he's got his rapid fired cannon on as well. He's going to be a very strong poke character with this gen. Yeah. Oh, Mega Inferno Bomb here going to actually be thrown out there by a Scout here trying to zone off Twisted Fate and the rest of T1 here. The inhibitor turret being attacked here, and it's going to be both inhibitors down at the same time here. 44 seconds left on EDG. I think the most else they can really get done here is this top tier 2. They may be able to get a little bit more done here. Faker has teleported out here. Oh, and they're going to try to get the catch onto Flandre, trying to chase him down, but they are just not able to catch him. The lockout of the Iron Solari is really great if they're from carrier for defensive reasons, but I maybe at this point would want the Shirelles just to try to outrun and catch someone out. T1 just grasping for straws here right now as EDG are just, they're just without hesitation. They are not going. Vedis was highlighting it earlier where EDG comes in with major expectations from the region, from their fans. They struggle in groups a bit. They show weakness, and then when it comes to playoffs, they just fall apart and they cannot secure it. And I don't think EDG's only ever, I believe, ascertained a MSI over SKT over Faker by baiting him into the LeBlanc years ago. Now, with how this EDG is looking, it doesn't feel like they're going to be hesitating for anything. They could. This is with how much conviction this team is playing and how just ready they are for anything. This team may be just ready and willing to go 6-0 in their group stage because this is looking absolutely fantastic here. T1 has had time to get themselves together, to have a succinct roster, get past the struggles of the regular season, and Faker's been at the helm the whole time. And they just could not get this game plan together. Kana not able to get super ahead. Flandre now mega ahead, but able to just be neutralized for a lot of this game here. And I really feel like it is a succinct plan from T1, but I don't like what they've been doing with Gumayushi. He is a monster ADC. I don't see why they're not playing around him. They've been giving him these utility characters, these wave clear character in the form of the Ziggs here. And so Gumayushi, I really want to see him on something else here. Hijack available on Scotty. He hasn't picked it out yet. Banshee's Veil on him, so he's gonna take a minute here. Super Mega Death Bomb is going to be able to catch a little bit of damage onto Mako and Flandre. The carry has been forced out of this fight here. Stand United still available from him, but I don't think T1 are going to be able to find a fight here. Gumayushi trying to get a lot of poke here out. He's kind of isolated off to the far side here. He's trying to get some damage onto these champions. Don't really care about the waves at this point. They have yet to really take over their attention. Baron buff's been gone for a while here, but EDG, they've killed every structure on T1 side of the map except for their Nexus turrets and their Nexus. This is actually pretty disgusting here. 9,000 gold lead for EDG, and a lot of that probably not even spent yet. Owner going to step out a little bit too strong here. He's going to be able to put out his Crescent Guard here. A little bit of poke coming back and forth. The Bakira's going to be caught out as well. Scout has arrived. That's going to be a blow up onto Faker. And now here comes the Cataclysm. Going to lock up Owner inside the Coliseum of pain, doom, and death. Viper frontlining himself right now, running around with this speed boost. And Kana goes in here, gets some great damage off, but no one dies for it. Gumayusi with the dunk on to Mako. This might be... Gumayushi's going to have to stand down here, but Scout's going to come in from behind here. Just going to jump in onto Gumayushi. They're going to be able to take out double... That's final kills here. Ace going to finish it out here. Mako just going to watch from the gray screen. And that's going to be a 2-0 start here in the group stage for EDG. And a strong showing here from the LPL first seed representative.